All right, YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I've been getting a few requests about my ham shack and my desk and the build and what I used, and I'm making a little video here to answer some of those questions. So let's get right into it. So to give you a little bit of backstory, my house is an old 1851 farmhouse. Nothing straight in it and not insulated very well. It's cold in the summer and hot, or cold in the winter and hot in the summer. So this room is not much more than a glorified closet. In fact, I've seen houses with bigger closets. So anyway, let's get going here. This is walking into the room. Nice little fan on the left. It's remote controlled. Again, not much room here. So let's kick things off. This is my power supply that I built. I'll pause it right here. I build it with the idea of basically like field day and being able to power multiple stations. Um, the in the outlets in the front there, you can see there's USB-C, USB-A. There's a few of those. There's also four Anderson power pole connections on the front. So we can run four items or source four power there. Overall, it's 200 amp hours. It's Renogy batteries. Um, it's an all Renogy system. It's solar charging. Let's see, continue the video here. So on this side, we've got solar in. On the other side, the exact opposite, we've got 120 in off the charger on the top there. So next, we'll go look at, and that system powers my radios and the tuner. And I believe that's it right now. But looking back at the desk, we've got five monitors and a TV. So the center two monitors, the bottom one is a monitor. It runs off my Mac Mini. It's just an M4 Mac Mini, basic, cheapest model you can get. The top is a 32-inch TV, 4K TV by Samsung. I'll put links for these in below the in the video description. So if anyone's interested, there'll also be some affiliate links for Amazon. So I will make a small commission if you buy them directly through the link for complete clarity. Let's see the top left monitor. I don't remember the brand off the top of my head and I can't see it right now, but it is just something cheap I found on Amazon. It was on sale at the time. It's a 27 inch. It's a 4K. All of them are 4K except for the Asus. I don't believe that's a 4K, which is running the radio, the FTDX10. But I do know what it is. So the top and bottom on the left are both 27-inch BenQ monitors. They're the ones that are designed for a Mac. And then the center one, the 32-inch on the bottom, is a BenQ, again, designed to run with a Mac. We got an Anker Solix little power supply there. I don't even honestly remember what's running off of it at this point. I think it is a USB hub and maybe the MacBook Pro. Not sure. And then next we've got, let's see, we got the Baofeng UV5R Mini hiding in the back there. You got the ARRL membership cup. Yep, I'm a member and I got a cup for it. So it holds stuff. Let's see, we got the Ratty Laura weather station. It sends out to Weather Underground and to what's the other one? Weather Cloud. So I can see that on my phone when I'm away from home. And underneath that is the MacBook Pro. And it's again the cheapest one you can get out of the MacBook Pro line. Nothing fancy. Um, it is what it is, and it does what I need. It runs the bottom left screen. So the cup that you can't see the front of, that's my World Radio League Life member mug or cup. And behind it, the big gray speaker is an original Amazon speaker. It's a powered speaker. I've got it connected to the Mac Mini for audio out, and it's more when I'm jamming and wanting to listen to music. Let's see, the SP30 speaker came with, or I bought it for my FTDX10 in particular when I'm out. If I go out to do POTA or anything, I like to have that or headphones with me. And so it was one of the first things I bought when I bought the radio, and I felt like I needed it, and I haven't really used it. To the right there, I believe that's the Yaesu SP9000. So with that speaker, I've got all the audio going through the mixer to that speaker currently. I don't have any monitors for the mixer, and so I'm using the speaker currently. It's working ish. I don't know how thrilled I am with it. I've only had this setup going for a couple days, but it is all running and working currently. So let's get this video going again. Next up on top there, you see it flashing. That's the Zulu time clock, and right beside it is the Apple TV and the remote for the fan on the wall. Coming around farther, so we got the Howl trigger switch for the boom mic to when I want to transmit on the radios. Same boom mic goes to everything. So my Mac Mini, the radios, it does it all. The only thing is it doesn't go to the radio until I hit that trigger on the Howl trigger switch. That allows it to transmit. Got the Yaesu network controls, remote control system. Don't have it hooked up yet. Can't speak to it. I got it on one of the ham radio 2.0 gigaparts, let's make a deal things, and got a great price on it. And so it's there, and I need to get it going, honestly. Above that, the classic ugly tannish yellowish booger green, whatever you want to call it, switch is a network switch. And so from the mixer, there is a Heil cable that goes to that and to the trigger switch. It goes into that, and that switch allows me to select which radio I'm going to transmit from. So A is my 991 alpha that I use primarily for UHF VHF. B is for the FTDX10, and that's my HF stuff that I do. Above next is the FTDX10. Love the radio. It was my first non-HT purchase. I couldn't be happier. I know a lot of people are crazy about the 7300 Mark II right now. It has piqued my interest, I ain't gonna lie, but at this time it hasn't piqued it enough to get me away from the FTDX10. It does awesome with the filters. Once you figure out how to control the noise in that thing, it's phenomenal. You can cut out a lot of background noise. So I'm really impressed with that radio. I don't have a lot to compare it to, honestly, but I do love the radio. And then again, the AT200 Pro 2 auto tuner on top. I use it. I don't know what to say about it. It works. It does great. I don't know that I need it over just the internal tuner in the radio. although I am running it. And currently usually I tune on the auto tuner and then touch it up with the radio tuner. So that's what I do there. Let's get this rolling again. So next we come to the big bad boy. So this is the Rodecaster Pro 2. It's the newest thing I've got. It's mixer. It's a digital mixer it was built primarily for um, live streaming and creating videos and podcasts. Exactly what I'm doing right here, right now. Um, the first slider is the microphone input. The second one is dead right now. There's nothing hooked up to it. The third one is for the sound effects. The fourth one is my 991 Alpha. The fifth one is the FTDX10. The sixth one is it's the PC. So are the Mac Mini. So all the audio from the Mac Mini comes into there too. And when I say the radios are on there, the audio from the radios is going into the mixer, and then it goes out to the computer to anywhere I want to send it. Um, although with the radios, I've currently got it set up so that the only thing going to them is the microphone. I could do sound effects, but I don't really see a need to doing that on a radio. I don't know, maybe in the future, but as for now, I don't know. That's kind of gimmicky for me for the radio. So that is my new thing. I've been doing a lot of trial and error and changing things and trying to figure things out. Um, it's all new to me, and in fact, the ham radio stuff's all new to me. If you saw my first video, you know I've only been a ham for about 8 or 9 months. So yeah, I'm learning, and I'm drinking from the fire hose learning. So we'll keep going here. Next is Sea Crane radio. It's just an emergency radio. It's there primarily for weather, although I've had that longer than I've had any of the ham stuff. I've had this Sea Crane radio for probably 8, 10 years, I'd imagine. So it's just kind of held its place on the desk. And a little slate made on Etsy with my call sign. Just a cool little thing. That in there, hiding behind the Heil mount there, is a little ham clock for the top right screen. That top right screen is an LG screen. It's a 17 inch, or 27 inch, sorry. The four outside monitors are 27 inch, and the one below it's the Asus, and I bought that off of eBay because it had the correct port for the FTDX10 to go to. Some people say that's a waste of a monitor. I don't believe so myself. I use it quite often, especially when I'm running the boom mic now, because that tends to be blocking the view of the Yaesu, or at least the screen on it. I can see the knobs and stuff pretty well. So let's keep going here. Next is the boom mic. So I've got a Heil PR40. Heil, I can't say that very well. PR40. My daughter got me the microphone for Christmas, and it's amazing. She's surprised the hell out of me with it. I've added on a pop filter, and I bought the isolation mount and the boom for it and cables and all that. My daughter just provided the microphone. So far I love it. Some getting used to and some working with it, but I do love it. So got my lit up Texas Tech logo there. Love them. Big fan of Texas Tech, even though they lost to Oregon. But hey, that was a great season. In the back there, we got some radios hiding, a couple of Baofangs. I don't even know what else. What you don't see in the screen, I think they're all Baofangs or B-Techs, or I don't know. They're all cheap radios, cheap Chinese radios. What you don't see in the screen, it's on the top of the shelf in the orange case. I've got a Kenwood 75. I can't remember. It's the really nice Kenwood that does everything and is way smarter than I am. What you do also see in this screenshot here is I've also got the a little, I don't know what you want to call it, mini PC, the black one. That's running the top left screen. Got the webcam. It's a Logitech webcam that's sitting on top of the Mac Mini. Just playing around with different positions before I figure out a way to mount it permanently. Let's see, what else are we going to look at here? Going up. So my stands for the monitors are 1-inch gas pipe, black pipe. I built the desk myself, and I bought the butcher block countertop from Home Depot and the butcher block shelves from Home Depot, cut them up, did a lot of sanding, and then sealed them. And everything else, the legs, the supports in between the shelf and the desk, and the monitor support poles are all gas pipe, the black gas pipe, black iron pipe, however you want to call it. I love working with this stuff. I love the kind of industrial feel of it. It's just kind of my style. I really like it. The mounts there, I'll have, again, a link down below. There's been some question on those. They're made by a company called Mount It. It's called a Visa Universal Pipe Mount. And I went with the singles. I'd looked at like a 6 monitor mount, but doing it in the configuration I wanted was going to be a pain. I was trying to figure out how to get all the monitors lined up and, seams perfect and everything. And it really was going to be more of a hassle than it was going to be worth. Plus, with my top monitors, I have them angled down so that just for better visibility. Because my eyes are probably about level with the bottoms of the outside monitors, the bottom monitors on the outside. So I'm looking up at everything. Part of that I really enjoy because I have some neck issues from when I was in service. So the up is a lot better for me. Looking down at my phone and stuff like that, that gives me some neck problems and pains and aches. And so I like looking up more. Just easier on my neck. So anyway, those are the mounts, and they're screwed directly into the top shelf of the desk. Just a little better look at it there. And so they're lighting up from behind and lighting behind the desk. There's some Logitech lights. I forget the name of them. Let me look real quick here. The Litra Beam LX, Litra Beam LX. I've got 2 of them. You can kind of see them both here. They both have color on one side and white on the other. I'm working on a more permanent mount to them. Not happy with them the way they are. I've tried several things. I think the thing that I'm gonna do is mount them to just behind the top of the top monitors there on the outside, and have the white light go off the ceiling and nothing but the red coming down below, or the orange, however you want to look at it. It's a little bit of both in between. So that is the lighting. This room doesn't have a light except for one light on a wall that's hidden up behind a shelf that is also behind me. So it never gets used, and it's on a pole chain. It's not even on a switch. Like I said, this house is old. The lighting was probably an afterthought. In fact, I'm sure it was an afterthought. I think when this house was built, even a bathroom was not even, at the time, they had an outhouse outside. Now the bathroom is in our room about the size of this one. It feels like a closet. So anyway, yeah, That's the lighting, and it is my primary lighting for the room as well, along with the LED strips that are under the desk or under the shelf. Those I put in honestly just to light up the radios and everything else. So I could see the buttons better. And I think it looks really neat. I'm a big fan of it. And when I was putting it in, I wasn't sure, but now that I did it, it's awesome. They're just some I think the brand's Commercial Electric, which is a Home Depot brand. I do work at Home Depot, so it's I get a lot of stuff from there. It's convenient for me. Seems how I'm there 50 hours a week. Um anyway, the I'll have links to those in the description as well. Coming down next, I made a T holder for the headphones. I got the whatever those are, the AirPod Max, and then the I don't even know what those other ones are. Biodynamic DT770 Pro X. Use those a lot when I'm, or intend to use them a lot when I'm streaming. Um, Again, all black pipe. Even the wire chases that I made are out of the black pipe. I love the stuff. It was not the cheapest way to go, not even close, but I love the look and I love how it turned out. Wires are a bit of a mess because I've been rewiring things and getting the mixer put in. See, I've got two uh, power strips coming from two different breakers to run all this stuff. And you can see one of them there. One of them is also up behind the TV on that pole mount. So you can see the attenuator hanging down there on the right. That's between the mixer and the radios, so I'm not overdriving the piss out of the radios. That's been a struggle so far. I'm working on that. I might even separate it out and just send a line straight from the mic to the radio. Again, just a mess of wires. I'm working on getting it cleaned up. Got a network switch down there behind the leg of the desk there. That's to run network to anything I want network on. Mainly it was for the Yaesu network control system, but again, I haven't got that set up yet. So I don't think there's much more. Yeah, looking at it, so what I'm trying to show next is that behind the curtain there is an old dryer vent that comes in. So outside, just outside that wall, there is the little plastic thing with the flaps on it from the dryer vent. That's where everything that's going in and out is coming through. The intention is to put a electrical box outside next year. In fact, I've got it bought and it's sitting on the deck and I can see it out the window. But put some 4x4s in the ground, mount that to it, run all my electrical into there, do the arresters, do the grounding, all that stuff outside, send it in. And then I'll replace that vent probably with some PVC and clean it up a little bit. But yeah, it was convenient and easy way to do it. And that's the end of that video. So again, if you have any questions, fire away in the comments. I'll try to answer them. If I need to make another video on it, I will. The shelf on the left there is primarily just radio stuff and box of QSL cards and all kinds of stuff. I got some totes on the left there. Just all kinds of stuff. Right to my immediate left that you can't see, there is a little closet in there, and it's full of non-radio stuff. It is the little bit of storage we have in this house. But yeah, that's it. That's the shack. So again, if you have any questions, please check it out. Put them in the comments there. Message me. Do something, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. So anyway, thank you for tuning in and checking out the video and checking out the shack with me. Again, I'm only 8 months into this and I love it. So I am uh, I'm going full tilt. Let's see if I go back to this solo layout. Yeah, couple of things in the background there. A fake microphone looking thing that I won at the club Christmas party. Nice little decoration. Next to it on the shelf is a Yaesu microphone. It's the middle one of their line. I can't remember. It's a M100. And then that bottle of Jack Daniels I've had since 2005 or six. The unit I was in the first Cavalry Division, when we deployed back then, my company decided to buy a barrel of whiskey, an entire barrel. It's single barrel. Cool thing. And so it's got a tag on it that talks like the deployment timeline and what it is. And I bought three of them, and this is the last one, and I haven't opened it up. So it's just sitting there aging. Um, the shelf is just screwed into the wall. Just a random shelf that was in here. What's behind it is not paneling. Those are actually soundproofing panels. Again, I'll have a link below. I've got more of them coming. I got them off Amazon. Those ones actually I got from my sister for Christmas, and I'm just buying more so I can finish that wall and maybe do some more of the room. Kind of keep the sound going. And then if you're a Starlink fan, you probably already noticed the router sitting on top of the toolkit and the batteries and all that. So yeah, I'm running off Starlink. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, again, I appreciate you checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share it out, get your friends. I'm a brand new channel, so I could use a few viewers. Anyway, I will talk at you guys later. Thanks for coming along.